lane. So they used to make here.
That's going to make a big difference. War is now also doesn't have his Mango anymore and has been shared a Tango by the Lina, has burned through all of that, but in comes BSJ and Eagle, who are fully stocked up, and they still have plenty of regen to go through as well if they need.
They're going to go after the side of Warcry coming out. They know W falls here. Pretty missed the barrel roll, though, on the open. And now BSJ, he tried a Storm Arrow, but the line of sight came into play. He's going to finally get it off. Disruption is ready to go for Shadow Demon, by the way. Can he get it off in time? Yes, he can. He's going to survive for a little bit longer. And he will finally die, but he gets the first blood when it's all said and done. Meanwhile, Abaddon at the top lane. Actually, ban it. He gets them so often. Bottom lane, Shadow Demon. They're going to go in once again. Boulder Smash 2, the split earth. A good job staggering the stuns. Is it enough follow-up? No, not off the bat at least. They still want to make it happen. Their barrel roll connects into some illusions, it looks like, but in the end, Shadow Demon will fall. There's a spin onto Earth Spirit. He goes down and ends up being a 1-for-1 so far. Now Juggernaut going at it with Sven, but the Soul Catcher on Sven, yeah, he wants to play very safe. And he's actually going to run away, so a 1-for-1 in the end between the two as Eagle.
Not yet, Eagle, though. He's caught between a rock and a bunch of dire heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not good. You just gave a kill to Alchemist. In the end, that's not what.
Really just looking for openings to get kills. He's keeping one eye on a creep, but the other eye on the Juggernaut to see whenever he's available to go for a Stormhammer. And as a result, BSJ has no points in cleave right now. IX might getting a kill. Or, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a thanks to Leshrac, though, really.
On the Juggernaut, easy, because even if Blade Fury comes out, the Sunstrike will still deal damage, but it has not been working out.
Yeah, he's still really pushed up right here, but going to be pinked out, has to fall back with Creep Wave, and we'll instead go back to farm. And look at his build, by the way. He does not have great cleave yet, so this is all action Sven right here. As far as early game, and it's going to be action right here on a Juggernaut. No! There we go with this stun from Lina coming out, and actually the spin from Juggernaut will keep him alive at the time being. Not in the end, though. BSJ is able to chase him down and secure it. I was going to say no Sunstrike happening, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. I don't really know why. There was all the time in the world, and Juggernaut wasn't really hugging creeps, so there's no reason not to. But now they might use it with this Invis Jube onto a Lina. Oh, that's the Lina.
He just knocks him backwards. I think he meant to put a Remnant down first.
I would think so, but...
Alright, well, it's a little silly, but guess who's here now? It's Abaddon, and so all four of them, I think they're going to try to push this tower. It's pretty evident. You don't send 4 heroes to a bottom lane like this if you don't want to be pushed. And meanwhile, BSJ just diving in. Pit of Malice going to root them, couple in place. These are at half-life, and BSJ needed to fall back on Sven. Although, Omni Slash, no, it's not ready yet. He's only level 5, not level 6 just yet. There's the Sunstrike, hits a couple, gets the kill on a Juggernaut, and Shadow Demon is going to fall as well. So it ends up being a 2-for-0 for Team Freedom. Dead here, Photic Shield, it's currently still on him, but he is out of mana. However, Storm Hammer initiation on a Sneyking, and trying to chase him down. Thunderclap going to miss right there in the background, and actually a nice job with the stun from Lina. Use of the LSA right there. So keeping them off of Sneyking. Underlord, a fairly tankier hero. It does have the chainmail here, working on that mecha course, as well as the headdress. So unable to bring him down, but they're going to go back into the tower. I mean, they've been really trying to put damage into this tower here for a bit. Look at Underlord. They're going to go back. Oh no, knock him out! Yeah, he knocked him out! Oh no, Lina's in trouble. Nice stun right there with the LSA, but the Sunstrike connects, and Tomato gets the kill. That was well played, actually, by Juby there.
Very well played. As a result, he can stick around for this defense, and he's not even afraid. Invoker and Sven, they're going to damage it, but they're not going to be able to kill this Alchemist, or even take the tower.
Yeah, has the Chemical Rage active, so yeah, he heals up. He's fine. The Unstoppable Concoction, only level 1, just doing a little bit there to Invoker. Pushing them out, as you pointed out, yeah, able to really defend it kind of by himself. Mike pops the Borrowed Time, almost as if he was expecting some big burst to happen. I mean, Luna's still not level 6, and they're going to dive her, actually, in the background. Sunstrike on top. Tomato gets credit for the kill right there. So there's that good execution coming out. And now Freedom finally going to be able to push. Well, I guess they got the bottom time they see him. Invoker's going to be going right into an Axe here, by the way, right after the Hannah Midas. And they're going to find Underlord. Cold Snap being used. Split Earth hits one in the background. Eagle in the flank. Diabolic Edict as well as the Pulse Nova. So much damage. A 2-for-0 as Underlord and Shadow Demon fall there. Falling here for Duo. I feel like they can do pretty well. Now they do not have Juggernaut here, and they're going to be jump Sunstrike on a 747 already at half-life. The Dark Rift will go off in time. They put him under, actually. Disruption comes out, and yes, the Dark Rift gets off in time to save everyone but Lina, but you know, again, you'll take that casualty considering how.
This armlet BOT Alchemist should be able to stand up to a Sven, but this Sven has been getting a lot of ancient camps and being able to keep the pace now going on Underlord. That's a dead Underlord.
Oh, wow. Yeah, really diving deep down here at the bottom lane. And managed to get him and Air Spirit actually mixed up. Well, the Shadow Demon, what am I saying? Shadow Demon also gets mixed up in that, killed by the likes of Air Spirit and others. And now 747, a very late initiation. That's going to be regretful here. He is going to maybe not die. Oh my god, he's going to live. The armlet toggle at the last second keeps him alive.
About to time out though.
That's true, so the regen not going to be as much. Oh, look at that damage on BSJ. Sunstrike! Oh, it's going to miss though. He's going to keep on moving. They do have vision. The stun comes out, and they finally will chase him down. So hell of a job to escape initially, but not in the long run. But you really got to. Honestly, it's only his fault.
He's not going to be able to get a kill on a Sven. If they man up against each other, Sven wins that fight every time.
Middle lane, they're defending. Abaddon, of course, leading the way. He's feeling comfortable. They're going to get Shadow Demon. Sunstrike, not even going to hit before he dies. And that's a nice kill for them, and they'll be out without WFL, that is. Actually, over here, the Dark Rift activated. Byron, though, will fall before Sneyking makes it out. But they did enough damage onto Lina between the Earth Spirit and the Leshrac. The two gods are in his favor. It's going to be doing plenty of damage when it comes to that crit. And maybe going to see a little bit here. Look at that Popscotch strength. Don't tell me he's going to get... Oh, he gets the crit off the bat! Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, there you go. That's why he got it.
I think it's hilarious that you kids talk Tress about being a very, very strong push.
Somebody ported away. Oh no, just on the Radiant side right there, porting back. So yeah, BSJ leading the way now. Doesn't have God Strength as you talked about right there. So not as threatening, but still potential to do plenty of damage and pounding away at the tower. Again, the Aegis ready to go. Laguna Blade
is back now.
That was a Laguna Blade coming out from Lina, not really doing a whole lot. Invoker follow-up right here. The Meatball comes out, doing so much damage on top of the Deafening Blast. Nice job with the disruption onto the Underlord, though, and now 747 in the fight. Chemical Rage has been popped. He's going to be stunned initially, but going on to Earth Spirit. Magnetize out, doing a lot of work. Yara spinning in the front lines, too. But Sven is still going back at him, still with that Aegis. A stun in the background onto 2. Already see some big crits. No, he gets locked down. The cleave not going to matter right there. So they're just going to keep kiting him to the best of their ability. Another Shrine being used off the side. BSJ, though, he's pissed, man. He wants a kill. Gets a little bit of a crit there. Not nearly enough. However, this team is killing the racks in the meantime. Playing a little bit of a distraction. Ice Mike coming over the underside. Sven, though, actually on the spin on top. He goes down. And now maybe regretting going a little bit too deep. The Melee Rex actually does stay alive right here. Ice Mike, yep, he's going to fall borrowed time. Not off cooldown. So they don't get the Melee Racks, but they did get the ranged racks at least.
I suppose. Oh, and they get a nice Sunstrike kill on Alina. But again, just consolation prizes. I am very surprised that Team Freedom wanted to continue pursuing that fight after Alchemist came up, because maybe a pretty poor fight now. At least they're getting something onto this Underlord.
Getting some damage out, but yeah, he's gonna see. You see, he goes Invis there and off to the side now. The Pit of Malice down. Earth Spirit. There we go. Laguna Blade to take him out in the end. So what happened? BSJ died somewhere. Where the hell? He died way up here at the top lane. Alchemist, and look at that. They're gonna push here between Alchemist. But yeah, Shiva's eventually, I'd assume.
Alchemist going ultra aggressive.
He just stunned himself, but he's gonna be fine. Trying to manta it, but not in time. Meanwhile, Omnislash in the background on Ike's Mike, and he did not have borrowed timeout, so he goes down. Now BSJ is also on the run actually this whole time. He pops the God Strength. He's going for the big turn. That's a nice match stop from Yara right there. The totem goes down. Can he get the big crits? He absolutely can right there. BSJ with the kill onto Juggernaut over back here. Underlord going to be picked off actually, and now it seems like Team Freedom in control of this fight despite losing Abaddon initially. He bought back, of course.
Be careful.
He needs to be a lot of careful. He did pop the Chemical Rage right there, and he's going to split up with the Manta Style, though. He has the stun ready to go. He's going to take a stun himself, though. Can he get it off in time? He can. On Eagle in the background. The Meatball's coming out, however, and the burn is real. The Pit of Malice locking them down. Nice stun from Lina back here. Here comes the Cosmic from Sven, though, and he popped that BKB. As mentioned, EMP coming out, and Alchemist just simply trying to run this whole time, but the Ice Path keeping him in place. He has a buyback. Not using it just yet, though, but look at that Purge slow on Sven, as mentioned.
In these fights. And I don't really know why. Like, he was free farming for a very long time, as we said. Both Alchemist and Juggernaut were off doing their own thing. Meanwhile, mid lane, down goes the Underlord.
Yep. No crits there, but didn't need it. Oh, now he's going for Alchemist, actually. Pops the BKB. Again, though, look at that Purge slow. And He's like, all right, screw it, I'll kill your illusions then. Although Invoker keeping Alchemist nearby. That Ice Path is doing a lot of work this game. Another stun comes out. Can he get the crit? That Blade Mail, though, you got to be careful. Deafening Blast through. Nice job with the disruption, saving him for the time being. The Laguna Blade onto Eagle in the background on the Leshrac, and he will fall. Look at Alchemist now. He wants to chase. Chemical Rage coming back up here. Here, the Tornado not going to connect, but the EMP will. BSJ just simply running this whole time. He's going to maybe look to turn. It looks like for now he has to. He's purged, so he really has to fight. He has no choice right here. He says, screw it. The Warcry pop, not going to matter. He will fall when it's all said and done. So they chase him out. They get the kill on the Sven, and no buyback for 8. They saw somebody up there. There we go. He jumps in now. Hex comes out. They're committing. Ice Path. Not the greatest placement. We'll slow him down a little bit. Meatball comes out. Can they kill Yar first? No, they cannot. BSJ in chase with that BKB, but cannot connect onto it. The Sunstrike in the background, we'll see if it hits. It doesn't look like it, but the God Strength that BKB's up 747 just running away, though. Very good by 2-Up retreating. And look at that Lotus Orb coming out. Laguna Blade doing some good burst there onto the Sven, and he needs to run now. Meanwhile, Abaddon in the midst of it does pop Burrow time. Only going to save him for a little bit longer, though, and that drops a gem meanwhile. The Uber's up. Where are they going? Middle lane, it looks like. And they're going to push, baby.
Yeah, that's Tomato. And I'm enjoying watching this so much. He's basically just playing Clinks right now.
He kind of is. Enough damage this time on Shadow Demon? Probably, yeah. Okay, there you go. He is like a different Clinks.
Ywar didn't even care. He just saw it happening underneath him. He was just like, man, Lena's a better candidate, but whatever.
Chase is on. Yar not going to get a jump there, but they will find Leshrac. That's going to be an easy kill. Lotus Orb ain't going to save you. Maybe kill the Shrine. Oh, no, the secondary tower's up here. But yeah, you're right. Roshan's up, and Rage Course up for Alchemist here. Background, there's the Warcry. Oh, nice Lotus Orb reflect. Actually, they're going to go back in with it. BSJ with a cleave. Going to take it Underlord. Yes, the crits come out. 1,300 damage, I believe. It's AoE Deafening Blast. Who's going to get the Aegis? Never mind. He's actually still alive. I thought I heard it go down right there as the buyback onto Underlord. Meanwhile, Sven trying to kite away. Takes another stun. Lena picked off in the background by Leshrac. Alchemist, though, he's here. He pops a Mancha Style. Being slowed by that Ice Path. They're kiting him somewhat. Abaddon does not have borrowed time. He's taking some good auto attacks, but Team Freedom definitely winning this fight. In fact, Alchemist getting low. The Sunstrike coming out. Not going to matter. Down goes Alchemist. He does have a buyback, but Juggernaut and Shadow Demon do not. Away, the crits are happening. Pops the Shrine. Will survive, actually, as Sven blinks on out. Meanwhile, Sven gets pushed back in by the Force Staff. It seems like Warcry not going to matter there. He does fall, but of course the Aegis bringing it back up. Has team support nearby. Should be able to get out of this. Alchemist wants to make the kill. There's a Laguna Blade. Actually, Lotus Orb just a little bit too late there. We'll purge him, though. And going to go retreat now. Alchemist, yeah, you're diving into a trap, it feels like. They're going to turn on him. He doesn't have a buyback. Shadow even puts him under. But if they kill Act, that could be GG. Possibly, well, it's not going to matter. That was an 1,800, I believe I saw pop up there in favor of Sven. And now he is dead for 100. Going to be forced out for now. Even without Alchemist, they're able to hold this. Again, Juggernaut, he's got some decent farm himself. But they do lose the melee racks. The stun on a Juggernaut in the background, by the way. The Meatball comes out. Underlord's dead. He ain't buying back. Juggernaut maybe going to fall. Shadow Demon puts him under, delaying the inevitable, it feels like. Can he maybe Omni Slash? Yes, he can. Will that actually save him? Probably not. He's going to bounce way back here until these creeps finally ending. And GG, well played, is called. Victory for Team Freedom here in game number 1.
Tomato playing last stage of Dark Moon Invoker in those last few seconds of the game. I am really crediting that entire win on Freedom from that one Lotus Orb unstable concoction. That was such good timing, and at like the perfect point of the game. They got the Roche, immediately followed up with everything, and an Alchemist that was this far ahead.